Hollywood you never expected. They be having these big ass mansion parties, and the mansion party, the whole mansion is a party, and then it's a separate party in the little rooms. I ain't been famous that goddamn long. I'm excited in a motherfucker to be at the mansion party. You be looking at all the goddamn rooms, and you fuck around and look in the wrong room and shit. Come here, come here. Is that two niggas kissing? Is one of them Professor O?
Do you see what I'm talking about, y'all? Listen. Cat Williams may tell you a joke, but he will never tell you a what? You feel me? We're gonna get into the Diddy situation, y'all, but I just want to give y'all a little background on what be happening at these Hollyweird parties.
Then we get to the party, you know, this is the beginning of all this stuff. So we get up there, they tell my oh yeah, you can't bring your phone in. I'm like, first of all, who ain't bringing their phone in? I'm bringing my phone in. I don't give who you is. It could be Kim Kardashian, and I'm bringing my phone. And then you gotta sign some papers. What am I signing some to get into a party? Like what? Like I'm from Atlanta, we don't shit like that. And then this is where it really threw me off. They said they had to prick your blood to get in. I said, oh no, I'm good. Everyone else went, I called my Uber and left. Like that's the shit where I think they be trying to get you. And like it's like you gotta think about it. People move to LA for a dream. They chasing money, fame, clout, whatever. So you gotta think about it. Somebody like a young girl that's trying to get on and just moved out there. She gon', oh hell yeah, better throw it in there. You don't know who else in there. Like connections, me.
You can see why Cassie ended up in the same situation that she's just exposed Diddy about. We are going to get into the Diddy situation. I want to talk about what's really going on behind the scenes. That is conspiracy, the music industry, all of these things that are connected to these celebrity deaths. Let's just get straight into it. This is some tea.
I'm not a lawyer, but I just read all 35 pages of the lawsuit filed by Cassandra Ventura, aka Cassie, versus Sean Combs, aka Diddy. And child, let me give you the recap. Let me start off by saying the front page of this lawsuit has a trigger warning on it. So listen, let me say to you, this video could be triggering. You've been warned. Okay, so the beginning of the lawsuit just gives some background. It talks about how the two met in late 2005, early 2006. Cassie was 19 and Diddy was 37. Shortly after, Cassie was signed to Bad Boy. And at the time, Cassie was actually in a relationship with someone else, and Diddy was in a relationship with Kim Porter. But then, on Cassie's 21st birthday, Diddy allegedly pulled her into the bathroom.
We gonna get on to Kim Porter.
And forcibly kissed her. Cassie cried, and that was their very first, physical encounter. Over time, Diddy continued to pursue her, according to this lawsuit. And then in September of 2007, Diddy allegedly picked Cassie up from her apartment and gave her a pill. The suit says that Cassie didn't know what the pill was, but she took it at his request. She later learned that that pill was ecstasy, allegedly. Then there's a story told from 2007 when Diddy allegedly paid a promoter to create a fake flyer for a party Cassie was hosting, but not really because it was fake. And it was done to give her a reason to go to Miami and get away from her boyfriend. During that trip, it's alleged that they did a ton of drugs, and that is when they had their very first encounter. By 2008, Diddy had allegedly introduced Cassie to opiates and would often have pills and other drugs out in the open like candy. Quote, upon information and belief, Mr. Combs has been addicted to prescription painkillers and took ecstasy frequently. The suit also alleges that Cassie's medical records were being sent directly to Diddy's email address. For instance, the suit says when Cassie was experiencing some memory loss, potentially due to excessive drug use and or head injuries caused by Diddy's alleged beatings, her MRI results were provided directly to Diddy. Somebody call HIPAA. By this point in the relationship, according to the doc, the dynamic between the two had been established and continued to be reinforced. There's the 20-year age gap between the two, Diddy's high-profile position as a music mogul in the industry, and then he's the CEO of the label that Cassie is signed to. He's also, according to this document, aggressive and demanding, requiring blind loyalty from anybody he works with, and he constantly flaunted large amounts of cash, which was quite intimidating for Cassie. He also paid for her apartments, her cars, her clothes, and vacations. And all of this combined contributed to Cassie's feeling like her entire life was under the complete control of Diddy. And then the lawsuit goes into violence and abuse. The suit tells multiple stories of violence in the relationship. From a story of Suge Knight being spotted at a LA restaurant and Diddy allegedly getting dressed, retrieving multiple weapons, and running out of his house to go to that restaurant, to Diddy allegedly demanding that Cassie hold his weapons in her purse, knowing that she was scared, all the way to Diddy allegedly violently beating Cassie and then exercising his money, power, and influence to hide the bruises and at times hide her until she was healed. There are a few stories told in this lawsuit that allege Cassie was kicked or stomped, and even with staff or security witnessing the violence, no one would say anything or challenge Diddy. The lawsuit then goes into alleged trafficking.
What?
It claims that a few years into their relationship, there was an arrangement referred to as freak off or FO, in which male sex workers were hired for Cassie to engage in acts with, and Diddy would watch. These FOs would take place at hotels all around the country, which is where the trafficking part comes in, and heavy amounts of drugs and other things were always supplied. Diddy would allegedly give instructions during these FOs and record them. And even when Cassie would delete the footage, Diddy would tell her he could always recover the footage regardless if she deleted them. At one point, the lawsuit says that Diddy allegedly made Cassie watch one of the FOs that she thought she deleted while they were on a flight. And even during the FOs, according to the suit, Cassie would still be physically beat in front of the guests and security. A hotel allegedly caught one of the violent incidents on camera, but according to the suit, Diddy paid $50,000 for the damages done to the hotel and for the footage.
Of course. That's why he's gotten away with it for so long, and he's the stuff that he's still doing. He's gotten away with this for so long because he has money.
There's a story in these docs that allege that on Cassie's 29th birthday, Diddy held one of Cassie's friends over the balcony of a hotel like a child. In 2011, Cassie developed a relationship with Kid Cudi while things between her and Diddy were not so great. And the suit claims that Diddy allegedly still called Cassie over for an FO. And while she was over, he went through her phone and found some exchanges between her and Kid Cudi. He allegedly placed a manual corkscrew between his fingers and then lunged at her. Cassie leaves. She stays with Kid Cudi. She comes back. She's met with more violence. She eventually stays with her mom. They start working things out. And then in February of 2012, during Paris Fashion Week, Diddy allegedly told Cassie he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car. And he wanted Kid Cudi and his friends home when it happened, according to this doc and Kid Cudi. Around that time, Kid Cudi's car exploded in his driveway.
Bro, do you see? You already know. If you're watching this video, you already know.
In September of 2018, Diddy and Cassie allegedly met up for what Cassie thought was going to be a breakup dinner of sorts. Following the dinner, the two went back to Cassie's apartment, which was paid for by Diddy. And while there, Cassie claims that Diddy her while she told him to stop and tried to push him away. The suit says that the birth of Cassie's children has given her a new lease on life and given her purpose in her life, but that she has struggled with addiction to drugs and alcohol that were all established and fueled by Diddy. She has had, quote, difficulty sleeping, eating, and her relationship with her family has suffered. She's even had thoughts of unaliving herself. She says that she is rebuilding her life and her career, and she is now ready to, quote, confront her abuser and hold him and those who enabled his abuse accountable for their actions. So she's suing for sex trafficking, human trafficking, sexual battery, sexual assault, sexual harassment, hostile work environment, and more.
Does that mean he's guilty?
I told you, I knew your dad for a long time. He did that shit. He guilty as fuck.
Diddy, through his attorneys, denied all of the allegations and says he is being extorted. Quote, for the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Ms. Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Ms. Ventura has now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday.
Since his whole legal team is denying the allegations, we are going to show the evidence that's been showing throughout the years. Everybody has been saying this. Cassie is not the only person who's been saying this. And look, upper 2000s, baby, you know, what was happening at that time in the 90s with Tupac and Biggie, all of them. You know, that was before my time. We are going to make sure that we are aware of what's going on in this industry. And I'm going to show you. It's no problem what he's doing with the same gender. It's no problem with people who are in that lane. But when he is literally ruining people's lives because he doesn't want his own stuff to come out of the closet, that's where we draw the line. And that is the same thing what Hollywood does.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Why are you calling another man daddy? Okay, let's go again. Let's look for it again. Let me show you something again.
Yeah, I love this drink. I like when you like this, daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
I'll be practicing. Okay.
Yes, he did. He just called.
Scrambling and scraping for you. Scrambling and scraping for shit.
Where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though?
Now he's kind of talking to Fabulous, basically asking, did you miss me? Why we don't party together? Why haven't we partied? Why do you want to party with somebody so much? And we already know what 50 Cent been saying about him.
For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing. It's his birthday party, man. Man, I'm talking about for your birthday. Huh? Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
Me and you ain't never really partied. What Fab was like, I want to spend my birthday with my family. And he didn't want to spend his birthday with another man. Like, no, that's not his cup of tea. Just pay attention to how he's like singing it to him. It's like it feels weird.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. This is a special birthday for both of us. Yeah.
Hey yo, this is one of the zestiest videos of P. Diddy that I have ever watched, and trust me, he's got a lot of them. If you did not catch that, that's Diddy singing to his man boy French Montana while they are both shirtless. And what's crazy is that this is not the first instance of these two showing us couple type behaviors, as if these two are a couple. They have been seen spooning each other whilst there are girls literally next to them, and this is not the first time that P. Diddy has been involved with the men in these types of situations.
Let's talk about all the young boys he has invited to stay with him.
Now, allegedly, Usher is responsible for introducing Justin Bieber to Diddy. Now, I can't find any evidence to support that claim, but I can find proof of young Justin Bieber meeting 40-year-old Diddy for the very first time and them spending an entire 48 hours together. And Justin Bieber looks absolutely terrified, as he should be.
But for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full crazy. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
Now, Justin Bieber's body language wasn't telling enough. Let's take a look at the next time Diddy sees Justin Bieber, which is years later after Justin Bieber has been ducking and dodging him.
Something to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, trying to get in contact with me, through all my, partners.
Poor Justin Bieber couldn't even get his thoughts together as to why he been ducking and dodging this demonic man. It's okay, baby. We empathize with you. Even though you did that one thing and you know what you did, I'm going to go ahead and empathize with you on this one part. Diddy really brings out the stuttering and stammering in people for whatever reason. Reminds me of that episode of Drink Champs when he had Fabulous stuttering all over the place.
And we already saw that part. Do y'all know that Usher stayed with Diddy like when he was like 14, inviting into my house? Like he's always inviting these young men to the house, you know, and certain signs and certain situations and pictures don't look like he, you know, anybody who's spoken out or who's about to plan on speaking out about this, something always happens to them. AKA, you know what Justin Bieber had came out and he said he has some type of syndrome that was going on within him. Wait a minute. Do y'all see this picture? Look at this. We already saw that one. What? Oh, Trey Songz, what the heck is going on here? See?
This is my brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and, damn, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes, you know what I'm saying, before pause was invented.
Kevin is just laughing because it's so funny. Woo, y'all, I know I'm jumping around. I just wanted to go over Justin Bieber again before we get into Kim Porter. Look at how Hollywood has groomed Justin Bieber.
Justin, in his own words, I feel violated right now. She was 40.
I feel violated right now.
In this clip, Justin Bieber had a rather close encounter with Katy Perry, who showed no hesitation in touching a minor on his backside. He was 17 here.
Who apparently wanted to know what a Bieber butt felt like.
Here you can hear James Corden asking Justin Bieber rather personal questions and told him he smelled really good for a 16-year-old.
Thank you. I'm 16. I'm 17 in like 2 weeks.
I'm trying to start doing weird stuff, knowing that he's young.
Music exec L.A. Reid worked with Bieber extensively in the beginning of his career, making him who he is now. He's now gone on to be accused of sexual harassment and even told a magazine Justin Bieber was as beautiful as a woman. Hello everybody, welcome to Exposing Hollywood.
Was as beautiful as a woman. What? What? Now, let's get into Kim.
Alright, y'all wanted to know about Kim Porter's mysterious death, so let's talk about it. Diddy and Kim, who I must say is absolutely freaking beautiful, started dating in 1994 and they had a son, Christian Combs. At the time, Kim and I'll Be Sure had already had Quincy. Kim and Diddy split up in 99 and then they got back together in 2003. In that time period, we know that J-Lo and Diddy dated. However, Kim and Shakir Stewart, who was a Def Jam senior executive, also dated. However, Diddy didn't approve. It's alleged that Diddy ended up confronting Shakir and Kim while they were together. He threw a chair at Shakir, and in the altercation and the fight, Kim ended up having her nose broken. Despite Shakir not going back to work for a few weeks, him and Kim still continued dating, and it is said that allegedly Kim told him a lot of personal information about Diddy. Nobody knows what that information was, but allegedly it was about Diddy's involvement in certain things and additional intimate information about Diddy. Shakir would be found dead in his home with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. After Shakir's death, it said that Kim started writing a tell-all book on Diddy. With that being said, keep in mind, books do tend to take a really long time to write. Kim and Diddy had twins in 2006 and they split up in 2007. Kim went on to Essence magazine to do an interview where she talked about her reasoning for leaving Diddy. She even told Essence that one of her closest friends was pregnant by Diddy around the same time that Kim had been pregnant with Diddy's twins. Kim and Diddy stayed friends. They were good co-parents. She was found dead in 2018. Kim's cause of death was ruled as pneumonia. However, keep in mind, this woman was 47
You know who else death was ruled as pneumonia? Bernie Mac.
years old. She had a history of good health. It was rumored that she had finished writing her book at the time. I think Kim's death wouldn't be considered so suspicious if it wasn't for the fact that 3 of her laptops were missing.
What?
The police said there was no robbery at her home, so where exactly were the laptops?
So she had her book on the laptops, and the laptops was missing on the scene of her death. Okay.
I'll Be Sure, Quincy's dad and Kim's first baby daddy, did go to Instagram after her death, and he, in a now deleted post, said that he believed Diddy was involved in her death. He also said that he didn't believe it was pneumonia, he believed it was murder.
Right.
For decades, it's been alleged that Diddy has been abusive to his girlfriends in the past, including Kim Porter, and this was confirmed by one of his past bodyguards. I have a couple videos on this if you want to go watch them, they're on my page. In another now deleted Instagram post, I'll Be Sure posted a picture that he said Kim sent him of himself, Kim, and Quincy. And in the caption of the Instagram post, he said, Kim was running, I told her to call the FBI. Let me know what y'all think about this. I find it really interesting.
So a lot of people are saying that Cassie did it because she wanted some money. Now, we don't know what's going on in people's personal lives or what they're doing, but we do know the rap sheet. Let's just play the video.
Diddy has a rap sheet of abuse and essay allegations that is so long that I'm not even sure I can fit it into one video, but I'm going to do my best to condense it. Keep in mind, Diddy's sexuality and his sexual preferences have been rumored and talked about for decades now. This is not an expose on his sexual preferences. This is more of an expose on his abuse allegations that kind of coincide with those preferences. Most notably, we know that Diddy mentored Usher since as early as Usher was 13 years old. Usher was sent to live with Diddy when he was 13 by L.A. Reid. At the time, Diddy was 21 years old. Usher then mentioned to Howard Stern that at the time he was exposed to a lot of party, a lot of drugs, a lot of drinking between so many famous celebrities and people who were in and out of Diddy's house. We know that there were sex parties that were rumored to have been happening at the time, so we can only imagine what Usher went through being 13 years old, what he was exposed to. If Usher was indeed groomed by Diddy, it also makes you wonder, does the cycle of abuse continue? We know that Usher was Justin's mentor. If y'all want me to make a video on that, I will. Just let me know. In 2011, Diddy was sued for $1 trillion by a woman who says that he date R-worded her 24 years earlier. In 2013, Jimmy the Henchman, this big-time drug dealer, was facing life in prison, and to try to avoid it, he decided to snitch on everybody he knew. Jimmy, who has close ties to Hollywood and to Diddy specifically, told the FBI that he knew that Diddy had with minor boys. He also told the FBI that Diddy would have recorded tapes of all of these interactions because he keeps cameras all over his house. The FBI did confirm that it was looking into Diddy, but nothing ever came of it. In 2017, Diddy's sued by an ex-chef. Her name is Cindy Rueda, and she alleges that she was regularly summoned by Mr. Combs to prepare and serve entrees and appetizers to him and his guests while Mr. Combs and or his guests were engaged in or immediately following sexual activity. In one instance, she says that Diddy asked her to make a meal right after, and that he asked her if she was attracted to his body. She said that his sexual partners, mostly men, would walk around the house naked, and one time she was even asked by a guest if she was attracted to his genitals. Diddy settled with her for an undisclosed amount. In 2018, Diddy's former...
Same thing. He keeps settling with these people who are throwing out these allegations. Do you see what I'm talking about? This is just one person in the industry. Imagine all of these big time people who got all of this money who is controlling the music industry. Can you imagine all of this what is going on? Like, seriously.
In 2018, Diddy's former bodyguard came out and said that Diddy was regularly abusive to his exes, including Kim Porter, who he broke her nose once and it was disguised as plastic surgery. In 2020, this woman, Virginia V, came out publicly with allegations against Diddy, saying that he had physically, mentally, and emotionally abused her. She said he would throw shoes at her and that he once smashed her face so hard that her nose was bleeding. There's a ton of celebrities that have also confirmed having weird experiences or interactions with Diddy, and I'm going to talk about that in part 2. These stories about Diddy hosting like wild sexual parties goes as far back as 2007. Diddy is well known for having been the ringleader or organizer for so many of these like events where shady things would happen amongst black celebrities, black Hollywood, black athletes, etc., etc.
The situation with Biggie and Pac, I think that their deaths was planned. Me personally, I feel like their deaths was planned. Like, the people who are the A&Rs and the owners of these big music companies, they know the legacy that is going to be left behind. And I feel like Diddy played a part in that, because you need to watch this part. Watch this.
Nah, seriously, at this point, Diddy's starting to look more and more like the Grim Reaper.
Our record started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim, she was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting? You want to know what they all had in common, though? They were all writing tell-all books. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? No. Has anything happened to him? It's too many coincidences.
Everybody around Diddy always got these allegations with him, and then they end up settling, and then the people who knew about his background and what he was doing all mysteriously end up dying. What? Let's talk about a psychic medium predicting that this would happen with Diddy, and she said that she was channeling Kim Porter. Now, just watch it. Y'all always on some bull crap when it comes down to race and what people can connect to, okay? Leave people alone. If they saying something, just hear the message, okay?
Listen to this.
I am being shown November of 2023. So her death date was November 15th of 2018. But I'm being shown November of 2023.
Which is this month, obviously.
We're done with this. I feel she's shaking her head yes. Before she stare at me, then she wait, and now she's shaking her head yes. I am being shown that things are being prepared. She is showing me a trumpet. People are standing straight up, and there are people going to speak, not just about what happened to her, about other things. Something is unraveling.
This woman, I think her name is Sloan Bella. Her name is Sloan Bella. You can go on YouTube and look at it. She literally predicted this I think it says 5 months ago on the video. I see it behind his head. It says 5 months ago. She said this 5 months ago. She said in November there's going to be some outing on him. And you know everybody is being outed right now. Every single body, anybody who's doing behind the scenes work, all of that stuff. Let me tell y'all, we won. I'm gonna just let you know that right now. We won. Okay? We've been through a lot. Centuries on centuries. We won. Everything is coming out. All the truth. All of it. Now watch this. This is the man who's above it. And this ties into Whitney Houston. This ties into all of the whole industry. Just listen. And she been going in on this story, like for real.
Y'all want me to talk about Clive Davis? Okay, let's do it. But I'm telling y'all right now, this story already took a turn that I was not expecting. So Clive Davis is over Arista, which is over Diddy's Bad Boy record. Now, rumor has it, allegedly, Diddy got on his knees for Clive Davis in 1994, and that's how Bad Boy Records came about. So that would make Clive Davis Diddy's mentor, right? And what they share in common is that both of their artists mysteriously end up unalive. Now, the rumor about Diddy getting on his knees for Clive in order to get Bad Boy would just be a rumor had Clive not come out the closet a few years ago. In 2013, Clive Davis released a memoir called The Soundtrack of My Life. In that memoir, an 80-year-old Clive Davis, at the time, this was in 2013, he admitted to being bisexual. What is going on? Like,
do you see?
So yeah, let's sit and stew on that for a second. Then we can get into all of the mysterious unalivings of his artists.
Let's talk about Whitney Houston, her daughter, all of them being drowned. Both of them died in the same way, and nobody paid attention to it. Nobody cared. They just did a whole memorial service at the BET Awards, and we don't think nothing of it. We don't investigate. This is some real tea, some real spill right here. This is really exposing the music industry. Let me just explain the hookups that they have, that these rich people have. You already know. You saw with Jeffrey Epstein. I ain't gotta, just watch.
As you all know by now, it is said that Kim Porter had died from pneumonia. But rumor has it, Kimora and Kim Porter's family called that a load of BS. And this is why, allegedly. Remember when Jaguar Wright said that there was an autopsy done at first that claimed that there was poison in Kim Porter's body at the time of death? It said it was ruled as a homicide. But that autopsy just disappeared. Ed Winter, the coroner to celebrities basically, and he was doing the autopsy results for Kim Porter. He ruled it as a homicide. But ironically enough, he was fired, and the coroner who took his place took 2 weeks to get results. And it was later determined that Porter died from pneumonia, and the manner of death was certified as natural. And the coroner to the stars, the first coroner, just died this year. And ironically enough, Ed Winter passes away suddenly as rumors surface that the Porter family is allegedly working to have Kim Porter's body exhumed. But allegedly, the days leading up to Kim Porter's death, she had told her friends that she had reached out to her doctor, but he never got back to her. So P. Diddy helped her out and referred her to his doctor. And in an interview after Kim's death, Diddy had said that that day turned his world upside down. 3 days before she passed, she wasn't feeling well. She had the flu, and she sent the kids over to my house so they wouldn't get sick. And according to Diddy, the last words that Kim said to him was, "Puffy, take care of my babies." But Kim's friends and family did not buy this story, because according to them, the twins were already at Diddy's house since it was his turn to have them. And allegedly, several close friends of Kim's had received a text right before she had passed that said, "He got me."
That's crazy. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? This is what I'm saying. This is what's in the archives of what I've been seeing on my timeline on TikTok. I be showing y'all my likes. You know, I gotta show y'all my likes and what's been going on. This is stuff that's happening right now, y'all. I want y'all to hear from Colin about what's going on at these parties.
So let's talk about this all-white party.
And some
where
of
all
them know.
The reptilians, all the
That's why some of them don't speak on it, because they know.
clones, all the elites, all the higher-ups basically come together. And when I say higher-ups and elites, I mean like these two. Now, they ain't even show up to the BET Awards, but they made sure they was front row to this. None of these pictures was accidentally taken. Y'all remember when I was telling y'all about the humiliation ritual? Well, basically, this just a big humiliation ritual party. They basically letting you know no matter how big you get, how much money you make, we still in control of you. You know what I'm saying? Let's take attendance real quick. We got Mr. Astro World right here, Travis Scott. We got Quavo off over here in the cut, rest in peace Takeoff. Then we got Tom Brady, the GOAT. And I mean, we all knew he was gonna be here. I know y'all remember that video of him running around like a bunny rabbit.
Count out loud. Count out loud. 6, 7, 9, 1, 2.
This is what really happens with Peter, TV, Kanye. What we do on our way to a Vogue event: ribs and French fries. So this is.
Y'all ain't never wondered why these two were going up so fast in the industry. Y'all thought that live, especially him, y'all thought that live with Birdman was Birdman really getting at that man. Birdman was giving this man more exposure. I want y'all to peep, bro, right your hands. We got Usher, we got Kevin Hart. He look like he in a sunken place. Man, look who we have here. Mr. DeMar Hamlin. I wonder what he doing now. In case some of y'all ain't seen this picture, this man right here has on underwear that says Ruben. He don't even have on pants. One of these pictures took by accident, I'm telling you. Didn't he just win MVP? Hey, I wanted to point out these eyes too. Look at the DeMar Hamlin eyes. And I put this picture beside it, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can get a picture. Y'all can get an idea of what I'm trying to tell y'all. Pete Tiffany had his tongue. What is that?
Y'all, it's in the face. It's in the face. It is in the face. We have went over a lot in this video today, and I just wanted to say, YouTube, this is all for entertainment purposes. This is all for reactions. We are literally just having fun. This is comedy. This is not to be taken as real events. This is just for entertainment purposes, for educational purposes. This is not real. This video is not real. You feel me? So, yeah. I thank y'all for watching. You know, I wanted y'all to see what was going on. I'm going to post this video on Facebook first. Well, Facebook's going to see this first because I'm trying to grow back my support on Facebook, and I'm also going to start me a Patreon very soon so I can start protecting my content. I just wanted to say thank y'all for everything that y'all have been doing. I'm going to show y'all how many subscribers we at right now. Bro, y'all, I just looked up my account. And wait, I forgot that I had another video I wanted to show y'all. Y'all remember how I was talking about Justin Bieber and how these celebrities be grooming other new celebrities into being okay with stuff that is very violating? Just listen to this. She's 40 years old talking about an 18-year-old.
I did grab his butt. I'm single. I couldn't help it. He was just so delicious. So little. Just
She said he was just so delicious. Do you see? Do you see? Are you seeing? Okay, I just really wanted to make sure you're seeing, because the stuff that ain't being seen right now, I see what's being seen. So I need you to see what's being seen, so we can all see what's being seen, so we can shed light onto the truth and put some light up in this darkness. But let me get up out of here. Y'all, we are at 97.9K subscribers. We are about to hit 100,000 supporters. Do you know? Oh my gosh, y'all. Woo! I've been through the stuff that I've been dealing with being an entrepreneur. I'm telling you we won. I'm telling you we won, okay? We won. We got, look at this. I just had to get that out. I had to get it out because it's been a long time coming. When you actually getting it out the mud, out the nitty gritty, and working hard for your stuff, and actually going against all odds, going against the system, going against the oppression, going against societal norms. When you doing all of that and also trying to work for yourself and depend on yourself and grow yourself without worrying about a college education, teaching yourself and listening to your inner being and listening to your guides. You gotta know it's a different type of energy when you see that success. It's a different type of energy. But we about to hit it. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching this video. Thank you for always supporting me and, you know, just coming with me through my thoughts of my theories and my feelings and my downloads. So I really do appreciate, and I love that I can share this with y'all, because this is a part of me, and this is me. So yeah, I hope the rest of y'all days go good. You know, just stay happy, keep focusing on your purpose and doing what you want to do with your life, and the rest will be handled. Just stay focused. The only way you lose is if you give up. So I love y'all.